Walsh, one break-up already, and Askew really can't afford to be Askew here, Dave, because he'd go 2 breaks down, 3-0 down and 2 breaks, early trouble. But that's not a convincing dart, is it? It's a searching, sending out a scout.
60.
He's got to really get around that treble 20 bed with a little more accuracy.
Like that.
In unison.
Stereophonic commentary. Whatever next. Could be 3.
140.
Well, that's a little more like it. A decent grouping. There's a slight hesitation sometimes before he releases the dart, and that might be a bit disconcerting. We'll keep an eye on that
44.
because it was noticeable, particularly with the first dart. There was a moment when he was about to release it, and then he just hesitated,
60.
Drifted across into 5. That's the last thing you want when you're a dart player. There you see then again.
Just looking across this audience in the background, you can see the fans literally fanning themselves
59.
quite violently. It really is hot out there. Out there on the Golden Mile, even the donkeys are running for the shade under the piers.
140.
Very measured pace about this game. Certainly after some of the wham-bam excitement we've seen last night. You can see the fans there. More particularly Mardle and Steve Hine. That was a game for all of us who thought that Music Hall was dead, John. Not
Well,
about fun.
If you want Music Hall, come to Blackpool. Even during a darts tournament.
97.
Yes,
Marker
it was
require
vaudeville at its very
158.
best, wouldn't it? So, 158, want to make a hole in it. It's an important leg for Askew. Looks as though he might win it, but he can't
98.
afford to miss 44
David
because
required
Walsh is
44.
ready to pounce.
Hasn't had a shot at a double yet. He will now. Oh, he's a long way away. Double 8 next door.
28.
Well, that effort at double 16 was
Marker
akin to
requires
one
60.
from Walsh a few legs ago, but the difference was Walsh then hit the double 8. Now then, that's a lovely dart, plenty of room just to go above it into the double top. Cross to double 10 then. Now then, I wonder what the smile says. Probably can hear his wife's voice. I don't know, but whatever it means, it works. Perhaps he likes double 10.
4th leg mark to
Well, there
Rofer.
is the winning dart.
Game
It's
on.
3 up for Walsh, and Askew now really must summon the sinew, because with the darts here, needs to win a leg before the end of this first session. We have seen Alan Warner quite magnificently come back from a long way back, 6-0.
140.
But he has mounted the best comeback, and we just wonder if Askew has the same capabilities or the class that Warner has.
140.
Well, that's only his second 140. They've hit 2 apiece, in fact. We've had just the 180 so far from Walsh. Otherwise, their scoring records, ton-wise and 140-wise, is identical. But of course, it's 3 hits out of 8
60.
attempts, 38% on the percentage checkouts. There you see, you can hardly separate them on that score. Just a 180 from Askew would put them dead level on that particular feature.
100.
But that's the big difference, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, and Askew, in fact, is in negative equity with his double shooting. Hasn't hit 1 and missed 2.
'96.
Yes, I think Dave Askew at his best would have found at least one treble there. There you see the lads giving us the shots, and these lads giving us the shots. It's all about shooting. One way or another here
63.
at the Winter Gardens this week.
Just talking about Alan Warner, of course, John, you followed his career right from the early days. You were saying you thought that performance might just be the catalyst to reignite his career anew.
100.
Well, so much of this game is about
Mark
confidence,
require
Dave. And
142.
clearly Alan Warner a little has been lacking in confidence. He's a thinking player. He thinks about his own game when he's playing well, when he's not playing well. And I saw sufficient in that comeback against Andy Jenkins
94.
to convince me
David
that he is
require
on the way back.
101.
I saw him play in Connecticut against Ronnie Baxter, and although he lost there were signs there that he was on the way back. Double 12 here for Askew. Oh, wrong house. Double 3 when he comes back.
95.
So I'm very optimistic that Alan Warner
Mark
in
required
another 12
48.
months will be playing perhaps his best darts again. The important thing is whether he believes that, and I think he does. As Walsh goes 4 legs up, and Dave Askew having a dart at double 12. Well, he has hit a double in this game, Dave, but unfortunately for Askew, it was the wrong one.
Of course, another great feature of Warner, I thought his lady wife, Brenda, was magnificent there. The epitome of Tammy Wynette standing by your man. Terrific.
Yes, and probably a factor in Alan's fight back.
66.
Lucky there, that ricochet.
I love you, Diamond Dave, but Diamond Dave won't be too much in love with his form at the moment.
I say diamonds are forever, but this one may not last very long unless he can muster something up, Mr. Lanning. That's a lovely dart. We were saying earlier, one like that almost invites others to come alongside. Yes, surely. Lovely to watch. Isn't it amazing how you can sense the lot for the second time? And it wasn't unlike the first, was it?
That inevitability about the shot, and Walsh does have this talent. The lad has got class. He just has got to make that vital stage jump forward.
Yeah, she's nice to watch. Very easy, very relaxed.
100.
And it's warm out there. It is warm. He's got Holly, Luke, Chanel, Fleur. They're all here, his offspring.
Mark
And Walsh, that is. I think that's Holly, and I think Fleur just trying to poke her nose into the picture.
Well, Askew, if he is going to win a leg in this first session, it ought to come here. 16 for tops. Needs this one. Needs it terribly badly.
56.
Yes, that's his 4th attempt at a double. He's yet to hit one. And we could see, not for the first time today, a player going into the first break with a 5-0 lead. It's not going to happen just yet, and Askew can
46.
make sure it doesn't here.
Dave required 20.
Yes, to give some air of respectability to the scoreline. Right on the wire, moves across, readjusting the geometry. It's got to come down for the narrow side.
No score.
Just overcompensated. That's 3 bad misses,
Mark
and Walsh in
requires
67 for 5 zip at the break.
Well, 65, he may well go 15 bull here. Now then, bullseye he needs. Ought not really to be going for this, but that's impressive. I've got to say for Mark Walsh, he has been easily the more impressive of the two players. He's broken throw 3 times, and he deservedly goes in. 5-0 ahead.